mail day recap. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Unfortunately, I was not able to make the Philly show. A couple people were asking me, reaching out, asking if I was going to post my recap video. Wasn't able to make it due to coming down with the sickness. Got COVID going to a show. Unfortunately, sat next to somebody who had no business being out. This person was incredibly sick. You can tell they were coughing, sneezing all over. Probably sneezed about 30, 40 times. And just had a feeling that I might have got it from this person. And 2 days later, sure enough, woke up feeling like a bunch of trash. And that was the Thursday before the Philly show. Philly show's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it. Got to be a good human being and not go to the card show and spread the sickness. So that was out of the cards, which is unfortunate. But there's always the winter show in December. So we'll be going to that one and start a new Philly show consecutive streak. So there's that. Pickup-wise, haven't been buying too much. Haven't been making too many purchases. The week after the National, I did go a little crazy with some stuff you could see in the background, kind of a theme. Was picking up a lot of different women's basketball cards, Caitlin Clark, and members of the Indiana Fever. So I'm going to be fully transparent. Definitely am a bandwagon WNBA fan. Was watching quite a bit of Fever games this year. In fact, watched more Fever games this year than Sixers games, and honestly, you can scale it back to 2 years ago. Watched more Iowa women's basketball games than Sixers games. Caitlin Clark's just an incredibly exciting player to watch, completely fearless on the court, certified baller, and just love the way she plays the game. So always enjoy checking out those games, checking out those highlights, and whenever those games are on TV, one of the things I gotta say is the WNBA definitely has to clean it up television-wise, getting these games on networks, especially when your games are on Ion. I mean, Ion is a tough channel to find, so they need to make it a little bit more easier for the fans to check out these games on television. But really awesome season that they had. They made the playoffs. They did lose to the Connecticut Suns. But overall, had a blast watching those games, despite the trollish kind of culture war thing going on social media surrounding the WNBA this year. That was incredibly bizarre and strange. But the games, if you're sitting down or at a bar watching the game, standing up, they've been really, really awesome to watch and enjoy. And at the National, I was looking for her cards. A couple dealers were selling it, but most of them not. I did mention in my National recap that I was looking for those cards, but didn't find much. So after the National, the week after, and the 2 weeks after, just went a little wild picking up some of the Indiana Fever cards. So here we go. The first one here, 2023 Prism WNBA. This is a PSA Gem Mint 10 of Aaliyah Boston, who won the Rookie of the Year last year. So Caitlin Clark's going to win this year. Aaliyah Boston won last year. Just a really, really solid player. Dominates the paint. Has a really good chemistry, too, with Caitlin Clark. And just a really awesome player to watch. Great personality. Her interviews are really cool. And she gets it. But was on South Carolina under Coach Dawn Staley, so Philadelphia's own Dawn Staley. Just a really, really solid player. Aaliyah Boston, if you want to check her out. Next, this player is actually a free agent, so I hope the Fever do re-sign this player, because the backcourt of Clark and Mitchell was really, really fun to watch. But this is Kelsey Mitchell. So was able to snag this. I really like this card in particular because it has the Stranger Things themed jersey that she's wearing. They released them this year as well. No surprise, the Caitlin Clark one sold out in, I think, under 5 minutes. I think they all actually sold out. The Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, they all wind up selling out. But really cool themed jerseys. This is a Prism autograph. Got that for under $10. Next, got this for less than the price of the last card, definitely because it was in this slab. This is a CGC 8.5, so I guess my group chat buddies are going to get a kick out of that. Shout out to Big Scott and Mike O. But the 8.5 Kelsey Mitchell from Origins, I think all in shipped, this was like $9. But just a fun, cheap pickup for the collection. And like I said, she had a career year, killing it from the three-point line, and really built a good repertoire with Caitlin Clark. They were on the end of a lot of very exciting offensive plays. So, like I said, she's a free agent. The Fever, in my opinion, definitely need to re-sign her and bring her back. Then these were both off ComC, and this will give you a pretty good idea of just how crazy, like the whole Caitlin Clark thing, the whole Fever thing has been this year. But I bought this card off ComC for like $6. This is Lexi Hall's Red Prism Rookie. So got this for $6 off eBay, from ComC. And we all know ComC, they take forever to ship cards out. Even when you buy them off eBay, they take their good old sweet time. So by the time I got this card, she went completely off. Lexi Hall. This was after the Olympic break. Went completely off on a three shooting spree. That's a mouthful. And she had like 3 or 4 incredible games. And this card went from like $5 to $10 all the way up to like $60 to $75 sold. So, I mean, I thought the pandemic boom was done, but apparently that doesn't apply to the Lexi Hall card market. Utter insanity. Then I also picked this up from ComC. This was in the same order. The Sophie Cunningham. She plays on the Phoenix Mercury. Another really solid player. Does a lot on social media. So, cool player. Wanted to pick that up. And the final pickup here, I had no idea of this card's existence, of these cards' existence. This was at the National. Those were the VIP pack cards. So, bought this the Tuesday after the National because I did not know these existed. Watched a couple recaps. People were showing this off who got the VIP packages. And my first thought was, if I would have known these existed, I definitely would have been actively trying to buy these packs off people at the show. Because this is just a really cool card. And you get also Cameron Brink, Angel Reese, and Victor Wembanyama in this pack. So this is like a really loaded pack full of great players. And the VIP packs, normally nobody ever cares about them. They're usually just like, people sell them for like $10 or $15. But I noticed immediately while checking eBay that they were pretty pricey and expensive. So I just said, I'm just going to have to buy one, pay up. I'm not going to compound my mistake of not getting a VIP. Because if I would have known they were giving this away, I would have bought a VIP pass instead of the 5-day early access. So went home that Tuesday, bought it, $30. I was like, that's definitely an overpay, but I just want this card for the collection. And sure enough, got it. The seller shipped it out. And the last I checked, these are like, for the pack of these, it's like 50 to 60 bucks, 50 to like $70, somewhere in that ballpark, which is utter insanity to me because like normally the VIP cards no one ever cares about. But I mean, it's just unreal some of the things going on with Caitlin Clark in the hobby space. Like, it's pretty wild. We've seen it before on the men's side of things with like Aaron Judge, Steven Strasburg, Jeremy Lin, but it's pretty wild what's going on the women's side of things with Caitlin Clark. So, and she's a phenomenal player, unanimous Rookie of the Year this year, broke so many records, and she's only 22 years old. So we'll see what happens going forward. I'm definitely a fan, definitely watching the games, not being a box score checking bum. Watch those games, support the games, and yeah, it's It's going to be fun to see where this goes, and definitely want to try to pick up some more of her cards. Unfortunately, I missed a boat on the autograph cards. Could have got her Bowman University autograph for $100. I was thinking the old way, thinking, that card will eventually drop. No, I think that card's like $1,200 now, so going to be a long, long time before I ever buy one of those. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope everyone out there is doing well. Take care,